Oh, Ian, this was all a mistake. Kevin's had a little bit too much to drink.
This was the plan all along.
What plan?
Wanted me to look like the bad guy so he can get you back. Well, it's not gonna happen, my friend.
Well, I'm not quite ready to leave yet, my friend.
So Livy denied it?
Up and down, she didn't put poison in my drink.
And you believe her?
Well, let's just say I'm not gonna have her cook me dinner anytime soon.
Smart move.
You know something you're not saying.
No, I'm glad you're looking into it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, something strange definitely is going on with Livy. I mean, we didn't work out, but Livy's no murderer, Rafe.
So you think someone put her up to it then?
Well, she's insisted that Caleb's been haunting her. But I mean, come on, Caleb can't make Livy do bad things from the grave. Or can he?
Caleb, I knew you were still alive. Lucy, Livy, get away from him. Get away from him. Come over here. Are you okay? Are you all right? Did he hurt you? Are you okay? What's going on? Where is he? Caleb! You blood-sucking coward! You come back here! I know you're still here! Lucy, did you just say Caleb? Yes! Yes, the dark, deadly person standing right next to you, yes!
I don't know what you're talking about, Lucy. I've been alone all night. Caleb isn't here.
Oh, this is beautiful. That look on your face implies a bit of a double standard, though, doesn't it?
What are you babbling about now?
I think you know.
You're here kissing my wife.
Yeah, and you're such a saint, you'd never touch a woman that wasn't yours, would you?
You're drunk.
But you weren't. You just did whatever you wanted.
If you have something to say, just say it, Kevin.
Don't tempt me.
Kevin, tell me.
Forget it. Forget it. What's done is done. Eva, I am sorry about that. That wasn't me. I don't know what that was.
No, it's okay. You were drunk. You had
I wish I could blame the alcohol. It was wrong no matter how you look at it.
No harm done.
You know, I'd never do anything to hurt you.
Well, let's just call it a night then, shall we?
Do you want me to take you home? You've had a little bit too much to drink.
No, thank you. I'll call a cab.
Thank you for not overreacting.
Molly was drunk. But he was right. I made some big mistakes, and I think you should know about it. I'm truly sorry.
Okay, Rafe. So have I lost it, or do you think it's possible that Caleb can control Livy from the grave? I mean, you're the vampire slayer. I think you should kind of know these things, right?
Well, you've been pretty up close and personal with Caleb yourself. What do you think?
Well, he definitely has some crazy powers. And maybe that includes reaching out beyond death.
Well, could be onto something.
Okay. That's the second time you act like you know something's going on. Are you holding back on me or what, Rafe?
No. I'm just interested in your theories. Now, do you see any kind of pattern with Livy?
Yeah. After Caleb died, she insisted on that Caleb was haunting her.
How?
His ring. His ring would, like, appear in front of her at odd times, at odd places. And his music, she kept hearing Caleb's music, that music that came from that music box Caleb had.
Did Livy ever see this box?
She found it in the catacombs after he died.
Let me get this straight. Livy went to the catacombs alone, even though she was so scared Does that make sense?
Well, she said she was kind of drawn there. I mean, I found her there one time, half dressed, not knowing how she got there. I mean, it's all pretty crazy.
And so these catacombs are an important part of the puzzle. Like you said.
Right. Right, so maybe we should go there. Check them out. Maybe we'll find some clues about Livy's problems.
You guys aren't making this easy, are you? Man, if I could just tell Jack straight up that Caleb's back, then... All right, I know. Rules are rules. I get it.
How could you not see him? Caleb was standing right beside you.
Okay, Lucy, I'm really worried about you.
Well, don't. I'm fine because, Livy, I saw him. He was standing right here. I saw him, and now all the pieces are starting to fit together. This is who's been causing all the trouble everybody's been having. It's Caleb.
Lucy, if Caleb were here, wouldn't I know it? Wouldn't I have seen him too? He would have tried to hurt me or take me away or something, right? Listen, first you think you see Christina, and then you think you see Caleb. I mean, what's going on with you, Lucy?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what's going on. It's Caleb. He's playing these twisted mind games with me. Actually, he's been doing that with everybody. He's using our fears and our doubts to get at us.
Okay, why don't you just let me take you home so you can talk to Dad, and he'll help
Livy,
you.
Stop. I don't need a shrink. But we will call your dad. You know, he was... Last time I talked to him involved in some major crisis, but this is a huge 911.
Okay, what are you gonna tell him? That you're seeing scary monsters in the woods, Lucy? It's probably just some tree branches.
No, I am
or
gonna tell him
something.
I'm right. That my hunch is right.
Caleb's dead, Lucy. You've been telling me that for weeks.
I know. Caleb wanted us to think he was dead. That's what makes him so dangerous. Oh, Livy, come on. There's no time to lose. Come on. So serious.
I don't want there to be any secrets between us. You know how much I love you. There's something we got to discuss.
Right. I know. I need to clear the air too. So why don't you let me go first?
No, you don't understand.
If you don't have to worry about Kevin. What you just walked in on right now was nothing. It meant nothing. He was drunk and he was upset.
I'm not talking about Kevin.
Oh,
I'm...
you're talking about me. Look, I think you're probably wondering if during all of our troubles, I somehow got closer to my ex.
Sometimes. Sometimes, even when you're deeply in love with someone, and you hurt, you may turn to someone else.
Ian, no matter how angry I get at you, I would never, ever run to another man. I mean, when we took our marriage vows, we promised to be faithful and to love each other and to work out our problems together.
And I wanted that, but I needed someone to hear me.
I know.
And
I know that I hurt you when I turned away from you, but I would never, ever, ever hurt you by turning to Kevin.
If you were in pain, because
we would never betray each other, especially when we're trying to work things out. Besides, it would only hurt Danny.
Danny needs us both.
Yes, he does. What do you want to tell me?
Doc! Okay, he's not home, but we are going to sit here right on the couch you are until your dad gets home.
You're overreacting, Lucy.
I am not overreacting. Overreacting would be building this big, great wall of garlic all around the door and putting crosses all over the place. That's overreacting.
Yeah, but I'd know if Caleb were back.
Maybe. Maybe not. But, Livy, this time I feel that it's different. He's acting different. He's doing different things, like trying to get inside people's head, trying to get inside my head. That would so explain why I'm having these visions.
So now you think Christina's just a vision when you were just saying she was real?
She was to me for a while. I mean, I was the only one who could see her, and she kept reappearing and disappearing, almost like someone was trying to drive me out of my mind, which almost worked. But I have this picture.
A picture of nothing.
Exactly. Don't you see? If she was real, because I know I took that picture of her sitting on my couch, she would be there, but she's not.
I know, I was there, I saw it. I mean, I didn't see anything.
Right. But there is something in the picture. Look, there's just like a little shadow, maybe a blurry little object. Something is in that picture. And from everything I've read about vampires, don't you see, vampires cannot be photographed. That's why I got that shivery feeling, followed you into the woods on this hunch to warn you.
Lucy, next you're gonna be saying you see Elvis's face in this picture.
What is with you? I am telling you that your worst nightmare could be coming true, and you're making jokes about Elvis.
It's just really hard to believe what you're saying, that's all.
Lucy. What's up, slow night?
No, Doc, I'm so glad you're here. Listen, you know when I called you about Christina? It wasn't Christina. It was Caleb.
Run that by me again.
I had this hunch. I'll tell you about it later, but I followed Livy into the woods. And when I got there, I saw the big bad himself.
Uh-huh. Livy, was Caleb with you?
No, Dad, I didn't see anything. That's why I brought Lucy straight here.
Look, maybe she couldn't see him because she is not a slayer. I am. Doc, I saw him. As sure as you are standing right there, I saw him for myself, and that explains so much, all the bad things that have been happening.
Don't start blaming what's going on between us on some phantom vampire.
But I've been trying to tell you, trying to tell you that it is this dark force, this evil
Right,
that
of
is
course.
doing this.
Blame the force, Lucy. You know, we all make choices.
Well, we can't make choices if Caleb's out there pulling all of our strings.
Lucy, you do whatever you want. And when it blows up in your face, you blame someone else. This is sounding so familiar.
Okay, I admit we have problems. But it's because of Caleb these bad things are happening. I swear to you. Doc, I'm telling you the truth.
And you always tell me the truth, right?
Homie, isn't it?
Yeah, real homie. Been here a million times and still no clue on Livy's behavior.
Well, maybe you missed something.
Yeah, I must have. It's not every day a woman you love tries to poison you.
Don't worry, you'll get to the bottom of this.
You know, Rafe, I know I should just try to forget, but it's just so hard to see her in pain.
I hear you. There's a woman who needed my help once.
Well, what happened?
I helped her, but it killed me.
What?
I mean, it killed me seeing her in so much pain and so upset, which is why I know you can't give up on Livy.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what I'm looking for. This whole thing is pretty hopeless.
Wait, hear that?
Yeah, it's the music Livy was telling me about.
What do you think it means?
If this is Caleb's, then what Livy's saying is true.
And it's possible.
That Caleb is reaching straight out of hell for Livy. I'm afraid.
Checkmate, Mommy.
No, Michael.
It's my body now, my future, mine. I'm so close to regaining my power. I can taste it. I summon you. The darkness. The strength that was mine. I need you now. Serve me! At last. You've come back to me.
Pacific, only on SoapNet.
What is going on here? You really believe that I would make up something so huge and big just as a lame excuse to cover up all our problems?
I don't know what you do anymore, Lucy. You sure don't seem to care who you hurt.
Wow. Where is that coming from?
Lucy, you come in here and you rattle on about vampires and evil right in front of my daughter. When you know that just Caleb's name is enough to scare her half to death.
Okay, I get it now. You're right. We can talk about it later.
Lucy, go home.
I'm sorry that I upset you.
Well, I can take care of myself. And Livy. So just do what you have to do.
Well, I guess what I have to do is get a good night's sleep before I do whatever I have to do.
No wonder you can.
What? Oh, you're right. I'll double bolt my door and... All right. Be safe then.
No one ever has to see these again.
Sorry, Dad. At least one more person deserves a peek.
Come on, Thornhart. You've never been this shy about speaking your mind before. What did you want to tell me?
I'd do anything to erase the past few months.
I know.
But I can't, so... We just need to move forward, you know, one day at a time.
For our son.
Yeah. You and Daddy are all I need. You know, when the first time I saw him, he was living proof of what we felt for each other.
I remember the first time you held him. It was like he was made of glass.
I remember the first time I held you. And I remember when you told me that you loved me. And I think of those times and I see us now. And it makes me sad.
Me too.
Maybe we can start over. You know, and I promise we'll get it all back.
Jack, leave it alone.
No, maybe there's a clue in here.
No, I'm getting a really bad vibe. Just leave it alone.
No, I'm not gonna leave it alone.
Okay, you know what? We can find another way. I want you to be breathing if you ever do see her again.
Rafe, it's a music box. Maybe this will help lead us to what's happening with Livy.
Jack, no!
Well, it's about time. Here I am, Master. Ready to serve you.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Port Charles. Tempting.
Charles.
I've been recreating the experiment to find some answers.
How's that possible? You don't have the notes or the blood?
Help, please! We need some help over here!
Jack?
This woman is humanizing you. This woman is turning you.
If you missed Caleb's chilling arrival in Port Charles, you can flash back to Port Charles' Tainted Love, Tuesday through Thursday at 7 p.m. 4 Pacific. SoapNet. Soap watching made easy.
Up next, it's All My Children, followed by One Life to Live and General Hospital, right here on SoapNet.